from Ray Yoga Center. I hope you're all healthy and well and everyone's staying nice and safe during these difficult times. So I'm coming to you today from our studio, our Ray Yoga Center here in Naugatuck, Connecticut, and I'd like to do a chair class with you. I was hoping to get out to Gaylord and then we were unable to, so this is for all my Gaylord people, my Gaylord Sports Association people, and of course anyone else out there that would like to participate in this chair yoga class. So we're going to be somewhere around an hour, give or take a little bit. So we're going to first start with making sure that you have medical clearance to practice some gentle chair yoga. We want to make sure that you stay safe and healthy, so please make sure that your doctor okays you for some gentle yoga. And then the next thing is we want to start by just settling in. Make sure you maybe have a water bottle with you, so if you get thirsty, during class, you can kind of grab your water bottle, take a sip, and then you can jump right back in. And also, if you want to, if you already have these items, that's fine. If you have a yoga strap, that's great. You don't need it, but if you want one, you can order one, or you can use a piece of string or rope, or even like the tie from a bathrobe. Also, if you have some yoga blocks, you might want to use those too. Again, they're not required, it's just to help you if you need it. So let's begin. Let's start with a nice namaste, which means all the light, love, and energy in me sees and honors all the light, love, and energy in each of you. So namaste, and then let's begin. So we want to start with a nice, firm chair. If you can avoid using a folding chair, that would be great. They're just not as stable, and I just find them a little less comfortable as well. Also a chair with no arms if possible. If that's all you have, that's fine. We can work around it. It's not a big deal. But the more sturdy and firm the chair is, the safer and better off you'll be. So let's begin. We want to start at the feet because that's our foundation. So think about 90-degree angles here. Alignment is very key in yoga, so we want to make sure our body is aligned to the best of our ability. So if you have some mobility challenges that prevent you from, getting to those 90-degree angles, it's okay, don't worry about it. So let's just think about starting from the feet. So our ankles are about 90, our ankles are straight up to our knees, and then we come 90 degrees across to the hips, and then 90 degrees from the hips all the way up the spine to the shoulder blades. So once you've kind of found your comfortable seat, I want you to feel a sense of the earth supporting you. So the earth is supporting your feet, you have that strong foundation. The earth is supporting your chair, which is supporting your spine, all the way up to the crown of your head. So we start with just maybe closing our eyes. I'm going to keep mine open for a moment or two here. If you feel like you need a sense of feeling grounded, your life or your community, everything's kind of in a little bit of a chaotic situation right now, whatever it may be, just kind of gently place your palms on the tops of your knees. You have over 50,000 nerve receptors in the palms and fingers, and just like sunlight brings vitamin D in through the eyes, letting your palms just rest up allows that energy, light, love, whatever good vibes are flowing around, to flow into your body, traveling throughout your whole body, reaching every single cell. So maybe you can try starting here. Palms down, to feel that sense of being grounded, or palms up to receive that light, love, and energy. So whatever works best for you is where you should be. Palms down again for that feeling of being grounded, letting those nerve receptors connect with the tops of your knees, bringing that feeling of a nice solid foundation for your whole body. Or palms up for that lightness of being, shoulders softly back. Think of your chin being parallel to the earth and the crown of your head reaching towards the sky. So sitting whichever way is most comfortable for you right now. And then we just start to feel our breath. So we feel our breath as it enters in through the nostrils, so you kind of feel some coolness maybe, or if you don't have your air conditioning on and it's a little warm in your house, you feel that warm air coming in. So just notice the flow of the air. So it's coming in and up through your nostrils to your sinuses, and then it comes down through the throat, all the way down into the lungs. And it comes all the way up and back out through the same process. So just maybe close your eyes for a few moments here. And just kind of feel that gentle flow of air coming in and out of the body. It's very relaxing. You start to feel tension leave your body. And speaking of tension leaving the body, as we're sitting and settling in, we're going to gently go through a full body scan. So that means we're going to start at the top of the head or the crown of the head, all the way down to the fingers and toes. So with your eyes closed, draw your awareness to the crown of your head, which is the very top part of your head. And just start to notice how your whole entire head feels. So kind of going around the top of your skull and working your way down. Notice how your forehead feels, the back of your skull, your ears, your jawline, your chin, your lips, your mouth. You know, sometimes we just tend to sit with our jaw clenched and we're kind of gritting down on our teeth. So let's release the jaw hair and relax it. Relax the tongue from the roof of your mouth. Soften your lips and your cheeks. Feeling that air coming in and out through the nostrils. Soften and relax your eyes and eyelids and your forehead. So we've gone through the face. We know how the face feels, the back of the skull. Let's bring it down now through the neck, the cervical spine, and the throat. So we tend to hold a lot of tension in our neck and throat sometimes. So think about relaxing everything through those areas and just being aware of any sensations that you're feeling. Then we're slowly going to roll over the shoulders, noticing how your shoulder joints feel. Tops of your shoulders, where we also hold a lot of tension and stress. The shoulder joints themselves. Then we're going to work our way from the shoulders down to the elbows. How do those elbow joints feel today? Down through the forearms to the wrists, and then over the hands and fingers. Just being aware of how each part of that body feels in those areas. And just on an exhale, release any tension, stress, or tightness that you feel in the arms, shoulders, hands, and fingers, head and neck. Now we're going to move to the back of the torso. So we're going to start with those shoulder blades, and then we're going to work our way down our spine. So we did the cervical spine with the neck. We're going to flow down from the cervical spine through the thoracic spine. That's the space between your shoulder blades. And then we're going to take it down through the lumbar spine. And notice too, along the thoracic and lumbar spine area, how your back of your ribs feel. We don't usually think about that, but sometimes those intercostal muscles and the ribs are a little tight. So just kind of notice how that all feels, flowing all the way down through lumbar to sacral spine. So that's getting into the lower back region. A lot of us have issues there, so just kind of notice how that whole area feels. And let's come to the front of the torso. So starting at the chest, and just kind of noticing how your pectoral muscles feel across your chest. Notice how your ribs feel, your heart, your lungs, your abdominal organs and muscles. We don't usually think about those, but let's kind of see how our belly feels today, our abdomen. And then from here, we're going to move down into the pelvic floor region, the whole pelvis region. So the pelvic floor are the muscles regarding, your sex organs, your urinary and bladder, your bowels. So we just kind of want to check in with all of those areas too to see how they're feeling. You can kind of check in with your sits bones, pelvic bones, your hip joints. So just kind of that whole region, just check in there, notice how everything feels, and just kind of think about relaxing through that whole area. Then we're going to work our way from the hip joints and the pelvis through the thighs. So notice how your thighs feel. Any tightness, inner, outer, front or back of the thighs. And just kind of release as you exhale. And then notice how your knee joints feel today. A lot of people have knee issues, so you always want to be careful and protective of your knees. All your joints, but knees seem to be a big one. And then slowly and gently from the knees, you're going to kind of flow down through your calves and shins, noticing how they feel. Again, relaxing or releasing any tension or tightness there. And we move into into the ankles. Notice how those ankle joints feel. And the heels, soles of the feet, and the toes, tops of the feet as well. So now that we've kind of checked in with that whole body scan, you can do this more quickly on your own when you're settling in to do a chair yoga practice, but I just wanted to make sure that we reached every single part together. So with that being said, let's take a moment now to just close our eyes. We're just going to meditate. And so that's really just sitting silently, feeling the breath coming in and out of the body. Maybe you feel the belly expanding and contracting as you inhale and exhale. Feel that a little bit through your chest as well. So when we sit in meditation, it really is just focusing on your breath. When you focus on your breath, it draws the awareness away from the thoughts that are going through your mind. The grocery list, what bills am I going to pay, all of that. So we just want to let all of that go. If it helps you to say, inhaling, I calm my mind. Exhaling, I relax my body. You can also use that little mantra, so to speak, as you continue to settle in. Just a few more moments of meditation. Beautiful. If you like, you can float your eyes open. We're going to do a little breathing technique. It's called a Dirga breath, which is a 3-part breath. So the language of yoga is Sanskrit, so I will use English and Sanskrit terms throughout our practice together. So what we want to do is, if you're not familiar with this practice, you can place one hand on your belly and one hand on your chest. So it's basically a little bit of diaphragmatic breathing. So that's breathing from the diaphragm, which is your lower abdominal region. So I want you to think first about breathing from down here, from that abdominal region. So you just want to take a breath, breathe in, feel your belly start to expand forward, and then contract gently as you exhale. So let's try that a few times, just with the belly. You'll feel the chest a little bit, but we're focusing on the belly. So that's the first part of our 3-part breath. The next part is going to move up a little bit. So we're going to bring that breath from the belly to the rib cage. So you want to feel your ribs kind of expand out as you breathe in, and then gently contract as you exhale. So again, it's belly and ribs. Exhale, ribs and belly. Again, belly and ribs. Feel the expansion. And then ribs and belly, feel that slight contraction. So now we move on to step 3, which is bringing that breath all the way up to fill the lungs. So let's try that. Belly, ribs, chest. Feeling that full expansion of the lungs, and then exhaling, chest, ribs, belly, all gently contracting. Let's go again. Inhale, belly, ribs, and chest. Bring all that beautiful oxygen into your body. Exhale, chest, ribs, and belly. So you can do a few more. You can either keep your hands on your chest and your belly, or you can just release your hands, palms up or palms down. So let's go through a few more rounds. Inhale, chest, or inhale, belly, ribs, and chest. Short pause at the top of the breath. Exhale, chest, ribs, and belly. So now we're going to add a little bit more at the bottom of that breath. So we're going to inhale, belly, ribs, and chest. Pause at the top of the breath for just a moment, and then exhale. As we exhale, we come all the way down to the belly. I want you to think about pulling that navel in towards your spine. If you need a visual, visualize a string on the inside of your belly button, and it's pulling your belly button back towards your spine. So let's try that for a few rounds. Inhale. Pause, exhale, draw the navel in. We're going to add a pause at the base of the breath here. Inhale into the next breath, belly, ribs, and chest. Exhale, chest, ribs, belly. Actively draw that navel in. You almost feel like you're pushing all of that oxygen out of the body. So this will bring all of those toxins and impurities that are in the bottom of the lungs out. So let's just take a few more Dirga breaths together. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. You can keep going a few more times while I talk. So it takes a little bit of time to get used to this breath. So you may not feel those distinct separations yet between belly, ribs, and chest, but the more you practice this breath, the better you'll feel. And eventually you'll start to be able to feel those 3 separate compartments of breathing. And they all just kind of eventually flow together. So let's do one more. Beautiful. So let's get into some movement. So I know some of you are mobility challenged, and that's fine. So just do what you can. So if you have one arm that maybe doesn't work as well as your other arm, that's fine. Just do what you can. So we're going to start with some sun breaths. So we're going to take that Dirga breath and we're going to incorporate it into a moving breath. So asana is the movement of yoga. So inhaling both arms up. So you want to think about going out and up. And we want to stretch nice and tall so that we lengthen through our spine and create some space between those vertebrae. Palms are facing in. Slowly let those palms kiss. And then we're going to exhale down to the heart center. Let's do this a few more times. Inhaling slowly out and up. Palms meet above the crown of the head. Exhaling down to heart center. If it is difficult for you to raise your arms all the way up and then come down to the heart center, you can either bring your arms out in front of you and then draw into the heart center, or even lower down. We just want to get some movement into the shoulders. So whichever way works best for you, whether it's reaching up nice and tall and coming to heart center, or gathering out in front of you and drawing into heart center, or sweeping down lower and coming into heart center. And if you can only use one hand, the same option applies. You're just kind of finding that movement for the shoulders, or you can even do all 3 of these if that feels good to you. So let's do a few more. Inhaling, stretching that spine, and then actually we'll bring it forward and draw it in, and then we'll sweep down, up and in. One more. And the thing to remember when you're doing your yoga practice is bringing that breath with you. So your breath guides the body. So you're always inhaling from one position, exhaling to the next. So with that being said, let's bring one hand to the side of our chair. And we're going to inhale the opposite arm up. So in this case, I'm doing my right arm up, my left hand is holding the chair, and I'm exhaling as I gently reach over the top of my head and gently arch my body to the left side. Inhaling up that right arm, exhaling as it floats down. We're going to switch sides. Right hand holding the chair, left arm rising as you breathe in. Exhale, stretch and reach over your head. So this movement, we're going to continue to just flow from side to side, so you don't have to wait for me. You can flow at your own pace. So what we want to do here is just start to stretch the side body. So you'll feel this stretch from your hip all the way up through your side body. And then as you exhale and stretch over your head, you feel it through your underarm, your tricep, which is the back part of your arm, and out to your fingertips. So we're going to do a couple more. Inhaling as you reach up, exhaling as you reach over the head. And up, and over. And then we're going to bring both arms up nice and tall at the center. So we're going to flow into a twist here. So I want you to kind of relax your shoulders and then gently start to twist towards the left. You're going to float your hands down. So we just want to bring our right hand to the outside of our left knee, and our left fingers can just rest on the side of our chair. We're gently turning our chin towards our left shoulder. I'm going to give you another option, which is a little more gentle when we float to the opposite side. Inhaling all the way up, so it's like painting the sky with a rainbow. And if you want to just come a little more gently into the twist, You can bring your left hand to the outside of your right knee or on the front of your right knee or even onto your left knee, and your right hand can just come to the outside of your thigh. So we want different options because everybody's body is different and we all want to be able to practice. If you have neck issues, you do not have to turn your chin all the way to your shoulder, only as far as is comfortable for you. So again, let's do a couple of these a few more times. Up and over as you inhale, exhaling down into your twist. Twists are great for a few different things. So just keep flowing from side to side while I continue to chat with you. So whenever you come into a nice spinal twist, obviously it's great for your spine because you get some movement through the spine, and it's also great for your abdominal organs. It gives them a massage, believe it or not. It'll also help you aid with digestion. So if you just had a big meal, especially like after Thanksgiving, I know we're in the middle of summer, we're not thinking about Thanksgiving now, but maybe you had too burgers or dogs or too much salad, potato salad or macaroni salad at the picnic. Just do some side twists and that'll help to digest that food and move it through your system. Let's come all the way back to center. Reaching nice and tall, float your palms together, and let's bring the hands down to the heart center. Good job, everybody. So we're gonna release the hands down to the tops of the knees, and we want to again sit nice and tall. We're gonna work a little bit on the neck and shoulders here. So again, please, if you have any neck or shoulder issues, you can go back to doing your twists, you can go back to doing your side bends, but I just wanna make sure that you have something to do while we're working on this. And again, especially with neck and shoulders, you want to be really careful. So only go as far as it feels good to you. Start with a nice deep breath in. And then as you exhale, slowly allow your chin to float down towards your chest. So we start to feel that stretch from the crown of our head coming all the way down the back of our neck. We'll feel it kind of run across our shoulders and down along our spine. Those are your rhomboid muscles. So especially if you sit at a computer a lot or you're on your phone a lot and you're holding your phone and tapping with your fingers, you're constantly drawing your shoulders forward. So this is a nice way to kind of just start to stretch through all of those issues. And then we're gonna gently inhale, roll your right ear towards your right shoulder. And again, keep it at an angle that's comfortable for you. You know, sometimes you start to feel a little crick in your neck, so you know you can tilt your head up a little bit. So it's all about personal comfort. Yoga is not just about bending yourself into pretzel formations. It's about feeling comfortable. Inhale, exhale, roll your chin gently back to your chest. And then let's take it to the other side. On an inhale, roll your left shoulder to your left here. And a position that's comfortable for you. Shoulders should be relaxed. Breathe in, exhale, roll the chin to the chest. And then once more, right ear rolls to the right shoulder. Maybe you come a little deeper. If you're comfortable here and you would like to go deeper, there is an option to lift your right arm up slowly, bend your elbow, and bring your palm so that it's just gently resting over your temple and your cheek down towards your jawline. And you can just gently rest your hand there. And we'll just deepen that stretch a tiny bit. You do not have to do this, it is only an option. Inhale, exhale, release the hand as you float the chin back to the chest. And let's do the same for the other side. So we roll the left ear to the left shoulder. Once more, option to stay here, or to inhale that left arm out and up, placing your palm across your temple, your cheek, your ear. Mine doesn't go down as far as on this side as it does on the other. And you may notice that your body is different on both sides. Inhale, exhale, release the arm down and the chin back to the chest. So let's kind of lift back up to center here. We're going to take the gaze all the way up to the ceiling. And then back down, chin to chest, gaze to the floor. Once more, inhale, gaze to the sky. Exhale, gaze to the earth. Return to center. Gently turning right to left a few times. Once more, just to ease through that neck and shoulder area. Keep it soft, keep it simple. Now we're gonna come right back to the center. Let your arms hang loose at your sides. We're gonna do some gentle shoulder rolls. So we wanna start with nice small circles. And we kind of notice how our shoulder blades start to feel, the tops of our shoulders. Beautiful. And we're always aware of that breath, just kind of coming in and out of the body. And then you can kind of slow down in reverse direction. So kind of rolling back to front this time. Very nice. A couple more circles, then we're going to come back to center. And we're going to do some big arm rolls. So we want to we'll start with the right side. And we're just going to do, I call them windmills. So you're just kind of bringing your arm all the way up, and we're going to rotate back. If you have to go a little more out to the side because you have a little bit less range of motion with your shoulders, that's fine. So just make some nice big circles. And if you ever feel any discomfort throughout your yoga practice, dial it down a little bit, or just stop that, whatever posture you're doing, just, you can just stop it completely and go back to one of the things we've done prior to that. And then we can kind of slow it down and reverse direction. So now we go back to front. And again, it's just range of motion for the shoulders. You can kind of hold the chair with the other hand, just to give you a little more stability. And then when you're finished, you can kind of let that hand come down and grip the chair, and then we'll switch to the other side. So we're going to start sweeping up and back. So my left side of my body is my affected side. I had a very bad accident in 2005, car accident. So I had a double traumatic brain injury and a stroke. All the arteries dissected in my neck, so I lost 90% of the blood flow to my brain, 23 days in a coma. And then the whole left side of my body was paralyzed when I woke up. Slow down in reverse direction. So I totally get it. We all have our crazy injuries or ailments, medical conditions, and the best thing is to just work with them. Work with them the best that you can. Beautiful. And then let's come back to center. So if you need to kind of move your neck a little bit because the shoulders tighten up a little, go ahead, loosen up a little bit, whatever feels good to you. Beautiful. So now we're going to work a little bit more on our spine. So we've kind of started at the top of the head, we've moved down through the shoulders, the upper back. So we want to get a little bit more into our spine. So we're going to do some cat and cow, Marijarasana. So we're going to place the hands on the knees, slowly and gently. Inhale, come back to that dirt breath. So we want to think about bringing that belly, ribs, and chest forward and up. We're going to create a small curve in our lower back. So we're going to accentuate that natural curve that's there. Lift your chin towards the sky. Stretch that fifth chakra. Open your voice, open your throat. Exhale. We're going to round the spine. So we come into cat. So we're tucking our navel in just like we do at the bottom of our Dirga breath. We're rounding our chin towards our chest. So if you find that you're sitting too far back on your seat and you're not able to fully round, maybe you want to scoot up a little bit on your chair. And again, we want to realign the feet if we move up on the chair. So let's go through this again. So it's inhaling, belly, ribs, and chest expanding, lower back arching, chin lifting. You can draw your shoulder blades in towards your spine a little bit. This brings us into cow pose. And then exhaling, slowly rounding and reversing into cat pose. So let's do a few more of these. Get your spinal fluid flowing. And create that space between your vertebrae. Especially if you sit or you stand a lot all day, those vertebrae, as you can probably feel, compress one on top of the other all the way down through your spine. And that's what causes a lot of back pain for some of us. Hopefully not you. And let's just flow here, gently moving that spine. And then we're going to bring ourselves back to center. So I'm going to give you an option for the next spinal movement here. You have the option of either staying here if this is where your body is comfortable, or if you want, you can open the knees and feet a little bit wider. Hands are still gonna be on the knees. So we're going to take that cat and cow breath that we just did, that beautiful Marijarasana, and we're going to bring it into a circular motion. We call them barrel rolls, hip rolls. So just to kind of create more movement in the spine. So you're gonna inhale as you round forward and exhale as you round back. So think about inhaling forward, exhale back. And we're just gonna start to bring that upper body into this circular motion. You'll wanna keep your eyes open through this one. Sometimes if you close your eyes and you're kind of doing this movement, it may give you a touch of vertigo. If it does, you can just go back to the regular cat and cow that we were doing. And if you want to go deeper, you can start to come forward a little bit more and really kind of bring your shoulders and elbows into it. So we get some movement into the shoulder and elbow and wrist joints as well. Or you can just kind of just keep it tall and simple. Even if you just make tiny circles, that will help too with vertigo issues. I know I suffer with that due to my lack of good vision. I'm technically legally blind, so vertigo is a big effect on me because of my vision. Now we're slowly going to bring it back to center, nice and tall, and we're going to reverse. So we inhale in the opposite direction, and inhaling as you bring your heart forward, exhaling as you round your spine back. And notice how one side feels from the other. Do you notice a difference? My left side is my weak side, so my right side compensates for it a lot. So sometimes changing direction, I can feel a little more tightness on one side than the other. So notice how your body feels. That's really what yoga is about. It's as you move, noticing how your body feels and working with your body. So keep that in mind as you flow through your practice. And then again, if you want to get deeper into it, you can kind of really lower down and make those deeper movements, or just keep it simple. And then let's come back to center. We'll bring the feet back in. Remember to realign. So the next option is, again, we're going to work our way down through the legs. So what I'd like you to do, first of all, is just kind of bring one foot out and just do some simple ankle circles. So you're just kind of moving in one direction and then switching, making circles in the other direction. And if for some chance, like my left ankle doesn't work independently, my left foot, so what I do is I usually just bring it across my lap and I just kind of manually move my foot. You'll notice I'm wearing sneakers. You can practice barefoot. Most yoga is done barefoot. If you need shoes and socks for support, then please wear them, okay? Because we want you to feel comfortable. And again, switching directions, so whether you're manually moving your foot or you're doing it voluntarily. Great, and then let's bring that foot down. So one of the things I had mentioned at the beginning of our session was a yoga strap. So like I said, you can literally use like a piece of twine, the rope from your bathrobe, or even a belt if you have a long enough belt. So a yoga strap is great because it enables us to do a lot of different things and to help our body move. So what we're going to start with is we're going to start with placing the strap. Actually, I'm going to wrap it around my palm of my hand a few times because I find it gives me a little bit of a better grip. So if you don't have a yoga strap, that's fine. You don't need it. You can just do these without it. So we're going to work on our knee joint. So we just want to extend our foot out and lower it down. So just kind of stretching through the back of your leg, and you're kind of using that quadricep here, so you're kind of tightening that up as you find that full extension, but you're bringing some movement into the knee joint. So again, if you don't have a strap, you would just be doing this without it. And if you have a strap, you can kind of just use it as to help you with a little guidance or alignment. Beautiful. So this time we're going to come straight out, and we're just going to open that leg out to the side a little bit. So we kind of bring some movement into that hip joint as we open out to the side. Just a few times. And again, you can just do this without a strap as well. And then let's come back to center. We'll place that foot down and we'll switch sides. So I know for me, with my left leg, it's For me, I have to have a yoga strap for this. But, you know, do the best that you can. And if you don't have one, you don't have one, it's okay. So you want to think again about keeping that spine nice and tall as we start to extend the left leg out, lifting the foot. Getting that stretch to the back of the leg. Do a couple more. And then we're going to come straight up and out to the side. So once more, getting some range of motion into that hip joint. And think about doing the best to keep your spine tall. We don't want to like really slouch against the back of our chair. So even if you can only go out like an inch or so, that's fine. And then let's come back to center. And we can take that strap and set it off to the side. So we're going to do a little bit of stretching here. So again, I'm going to have you bring your feet out to the side, kind of point your toes out a little bit. If that helps you, if you have to manually kind of point your toes out, that's fine. So we're going to scoot back a little bit on our chair so that we're nice and safe. And we're going to do some forward folding. So we're going to start, if you have a block and you'd like to use one, that's fine. You can kind of place it down in the middle between your legs on the floor, between your feet. You can keep it in the high position, the medium position, or the low position. So I'm going to do it in the high position today. And I will show you how to do each one. So we'll start in the high position. So we want to just kind of get a little bit of stretch for the legs, the spine, the back, and the arms. So inhale your arms up nice and tall. Let's stretch and reach for the sky, or again, coming forward and in. Let's bring the hands to the heart. And then I want you to think about a nice tall spine. And then slowly, hinging from your hips, bring your elbows to your knees, or to your thighs. And we're going to point the fingers down. So we have our prayer hands and we're pointing them down. So our gaze should be straight out, diagonally, well, not straight out, but diagonally in front of us. So straight out from our eyes. And then slowly you can sink your torso a little bit closer towards your hands. If you want, you can bring your hands to your block. So in the high position, you might want to turn your block sideways and just resting your palms on your hands. So your belly has plenty of space between your thighs. You can breathe in from here. If you're comfortable here, you can stay here. Or you can drop your elbows to the inside of your knees and come a little bit deeper. So I'm gently going to come back up. So when we come back up, place your hands, your palms on your thighs, and press your body back up. Because we don't want you to just be here and lift up using all of your back muscles, because we don't want you to tweak your back. So let's do this one again. So inhaling up. So if you don't have a block, you're inhaling up, or you're inhaling forward and in, or inhaling, sweeping down and up, coming into the heart center. Gently, tall spine, hinge at the hips, elbows to the knees. So from here, if you don't have a block, you can just kind of breathe in, exhale, lower your heart a little bit more. And again, think about that alignment from your tailbone to your crown. Sometimes thinking of a beam of light coming all the way from your tailbone to your crown, or even like a tree, like how a tree grows nice and tall. Think about a tree at the base of your spine and it's growing all the way up through the crown of your head. So if this is comfortable here, you can stay here, or if you want, you can kind of drop the elbows to the center of the knees. If it's comfortable for you to reach to the floor, you may. If it's not comfortable, don't do that. And we want to make sure that your body is not too far forward because we want you to be safe. So maybe you're just hanging out with your elbows just above your knees on your thighs. You're still getting that nice stretch. You can bring the heart a little lower to draw the shoulder blades into the spine. And then we're going to ease up a little, bring the palms to the thighs, and press back up to center. Let's do one more. Inhale, up, forward, or sweep down and up. Down and in to the heart center. Hinge from the hips, elbows to the thighs, breathe in, and sink the heart a little further. Wonderful. Palms to thighs, press up to center. Good job. So we can bring the legs back in. And once again, whenever you kind of come from one posture to the next, make sure you realign your body so that you're safe and you're ready to go for the next position. So we're going to do another one for the upper body here. We're going to reach up with one arm. We're going to start with the right, let's say. We're going to bend that right elbow. So you're gonna reach behind your back, so kind of between your shoulder blades. If you just come to the back of your head, that's fine. Again, it's just about getting some movement into the upper body and shoulders. Left arm is going to extend out and bend that left elbow, and you're gonna reach behind your back. So maybe you can connect your fingers. I know I can do it on one side, but not the other. This side I can do that. I think I just meet with my fingers. Just meet, but I can't really connect them. Just barely touching. So then we want to just draw the shoulders back a little bit. So even if you're not meeting with the fingertips, that's okay. You can just kind of reach behind and just extend your elbows out. We want to get some stretching through the chest here, through the shoulders. And then slowly exhale, release down. If you want to take a couple of shoulder rolls in between, feel free to do so. And again, if you want to take a sip of water here, feel free to do that too. Let's all take a water break. Stay hydrated. It's summer, especially, so stay hydrated. Even in the winter, you have to stay hydrated. Let's switch sides. Inhale that left arm up. We're going to bend at the elbow. Bring the hand behind the head and neck. Right arm extends out, bending. And then again, we're going to reach up the back with the right hand. I cannot connect on this side, so don't worry if you can't either. And we're just going to stretch the elbows back just to open gently through the arms, shoulders, and chest. Take a breath in, exhale, release down. Once more into shoulder rolls. Beautiful. So let's come back to center. So we want to kind of work a little bit on some strength for the lower legs. So it's just very simple. We're going to stretch and strengthen a little bit. So we're going to start. You can kind of bring your feet maybe forward a tiny, tiny bit. And just lift up onto your heels and then roll onto your toes. Heel, toe, heel, toe. I can only do it on my right side, but you can do it with both feet and legs if that works for you. I heard a little crack there. So just kind of rolling on the sole of the foot. So you want to think about pressing your heel into the earth, rolling on the sole, pressing the ball of the foot into the earth and the toes, and back and forth, and back and forth. So just gently going through these. And just getting that motion for your ankles, your feet, and your toes. Kind of doing a little bit of strengthening for the calf. And the quadricep. You can feel that when you press down towards the earth. You feel a little strengthening when you lift the toes up. Beautiful. Couple more. Both feet. Like I said, I can't really do it on my left foot. I can do it on my right, so that's what I'm doing. Terrific. Let's come back to center. So we're going to do a little bit more of some stretching. So I want to have you sit nice and tall. Make sure there's nothing in your way around you, because I don't want you to hit anything. We're going to inhale the arms out and up. And then we're going to float the hands back, grasping the back of your chair. So you kind of want to hold towards the bottom of your chair. You can even hold the seat of your chair, but we're looking to expand through the chest here. So if you can grip the back of your chair, that's great. So your heart is coming forward. Deep breath in. Exhale, lean forward. Tuck the navel in. So it's kind of just like the backs of the fingers, or the fingers are holding the chair. And we just want to lean forward. Draw your shoulder blades in towards your spine so you get that stretch across your chest. Your chin is slightly lifted if that's comfortable. If not, just gaze down towards the earth. Just don't drop the chin towards the chest. Inhale back to a straight spine. Exhale, lean forward. Once we're inhale to a tall spine. Exhale, lean forward. One more inhale up. Exhale, lean forward. Feel that beautiful stretch. Inhale, let's come back to center. Let's work a little bit more on some leg strengthening. So we're just going to work on quadriceps, so we're just going to lift and lower, lift and lower. So we're going to do one leg at a time. So let's, and if you want to add a little more of a challenge for this, you can even grab like a free weight. I have some here, but I didn't grab them. You can put like a 1 pound, 2 pound, 3 pound, 5 pound weight on your knee, and just kind of rest the barbell across you like that, so that each side is on the edge. and you're just gonna lift up and down. So let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. And then we'll do the other one. So inhale and exhale. I want to breathe the whole time for 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's do 12 more again on the other side. So 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Let's go back to the other side. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Need another sip of water. Excuse me. You can have a sip too. Good. So we're going to do a little core strengthening. So what I'd like you to do is kind of scoot a little bit up to the front of your chair. And we're going to bring the heels forward. So we want to have some space behind us because we're going to be leaning back. So the legs and the feet are out in front of us. Our feet are relaxed. We're going to do a couple of different things here. So I'm going to show you first. I'll demonstrate and then we'll do it all together. Inhaling the arms out and up. And then as we exhale, arms are nice and straight. You're going to start to lean back and lift your feet and extend them out in front of you. So this is core strengthening here through the whole core. Arms are forward and up. And then exhale down. Sweep the arms all the way back up. Exhale, extend forward, lift the legs, work through that core. You can feel all that core work strengthen. Lower down, inhale all the way back up. Let's do a couple more. And if you can't lift your legs off the ground, or if that's really hard for you, just kind of start to straighten them even just a little bit. The important thing here is to really think about keeping your spine nice and straight, bringing your heart forward and up, and the arms out in front. So you're really keeping that core in alignment. Inhale up, exhale, extend forward. So this is a replacement for doing crunches on the mat. So we do a few more. Inhale up, exhale, extend and lift the legs and arms. Again, down around, inhale up, exhale, extend. Inhale up, exhale, extend. Hold and breathe. If you want, you can add the hold and breathe on for 3, 2, 1, or you can just kind of keep it a flowing motion. Inhale, extend, hold for 3, 2, 1, lower down, sweep around and up. Exhale, extend and lift for 3, 2, and 1. Good job. So you can do as many of those as is comfortable for you. These are great. Any of these things that we're doing too, think about this. If you're sitting and you're just watching TV with your family or whatever, and you want to do these exercises, do them. That's the great thing about yoga is you can do it pretty much anywhere. Say you're sitting at a picnic table or you're sitting outside on a nice sunny day and you just want to get some exercise in, do some yoga moves. You don't have to do the whole session, but you can do a little bit of it throughout the time that you're seated. So keep that in mind. You can do yoga anywhere, anytime. So let's come into another stretch. We want to scoot back a little bit more in our chair. So we're going to do a stretch for the hip, the glute, and the IT band, which runs from your hip to your knee. So I want you to feel comfortable with this. So we're going to start with the most gentle position. So the first one would be crossing right foot over left. So just kind of crossing at your ankles. So let's do this. Let's start here. So we're going to do ankle over ankle. Inhale up. Exhale to the heart center, and then we're just going to come forward. So you can bring your hands to your lap. You're probably not going to feel that much of a stretch if it's just ankle over ankle. So let's come to the next position, if this is comfortable for you. Crossing right knee over left knee. And again, inhaling up, exhaling the hands to heart center. Then we're going to bring the left hand to the chair. The right hand is going to support your knee, and we're just going to lean forward with a straight spine. So you might feel a little bit more of a stretch starting at the center of your glute, coming out to your knee. and then inhaling back to center. The next option, which would be the most intermediate of the three, is bringing your ankle above the opposite knee. So you kind of end up again at this little bit of an angle, almost a 90-degree angle. So inhaling up, exhaling the hands to heart center, left hand gripping the chair, right hand supporting your knee, exhale forward with a tall spine. This is where you really feel that deep stretch. It starts right at the center of your glute, and then comes out through your hip and through that IT band to your knee. You can breathe in and fold a little further if that works for you. Again, think about that alignment, tailbone to crown, and then we're going to inhale back up. So whichever position you're in, we're going to do another round. So deep, tall breath in. Exhale, easing forward into that fold. Stretch and release. Slowly inhale your way up, and then whichever position you chose to be in, let's kind of release out of it nice and gentle. We're going to switch sides. So again, it's left ankle over right, left knee over right knee, or left ankle over the top of the right knee. Inhale all the way up. Stretch that spine, float the palms together, come down to your heart center. Left hand is supporting your left knee, right hand is holding your chair for stability. Inhale tall, exhale forward fold. Feel that nice stretch through that left glute and hip and IT band. It's the iliotibial band. Inhale up, exhale forward. Inhale back up and gently release out of your twisted position. Let's come back to a nice tall spine. Inhale the arms up. Exhale the hands to heart center. Once more. Nice big sun breath. Inhale up. Exhale your hands to heart center. So we're going to do another side stretch. It's a little bit deeper than the one that we did the first time. So you just want to make sure that you clear everything from the side of your chair. So I'm going to offer two options here. So the most gentle will be to return to inhaling up and twisting to the left, and then inhaling up and exhaling, twisting over to the right. So if that is where you feel comfortable for this next one, then that's where you should stay. So we're going to start with turning first sideways on our chair. Make sure you get all your apparatus and props out of your way. So our right side is facing the back of the chair. I love this chair that I have because it's like a banquet chair. It's stackable because it has this nice grip at the top. So I'm going to grip just below this, so I'm right on the seat. Or if you just grip the back of the chair that you're sitting on, that's fine too. So we want to bring that spine nice and tall. We're going to bring that right arm up and through, inhaling tall, and then we're going to lean out over the front of the chair with our fingers arching down towards the earth. So we get a stretch here from the right hip all the way up and out to the fingertips. And again, this one you have to be careful because we don't want to over twist or stretch your body if it's uncomfortable. Inhale up, and you can release that arm down to the back of your chair. So like I said, if this one doesn't work for you, go back to just sitting and working from side to side. So we'll do one more on this side. Inhale straight up. Exhale, reach out and over the chair. Fingertips reaching down towards the earth. And then inhale up and back. Another option, if you would like to come deeper into a twist here, is I'm just going to lean back so that you can see it's grasping the sides of your chair. Inhaling tall and exhale, twisting your whole upper body. You can bring your elbows out to the side. Once more, if you have back or neck issues, come back to the nice simple twist, sitting forward on your chair. And you can just take a breath or two here and relax, and then gently, very gently release out of your twist. Coming back so that you're facing straight forward, and then let's switch sides. So we're going to work our way so that we are facing the opposite way on our chair. Again, legs, hips, 90 degrees. We're going to grasp that chair back. Inhale up this time with the left arm. And we're going to exhale, stretch and reach out over the front of the chair. And we don't want to twist our body too much here. So think about I mean, even if you're only going like an inch, that's fine. I like to take a deeper stretch here. I think it feels great. And then inhale up. We'll bring that arm across the back of the chair so that we can take a rest in between. And then once more, inhale straight up. Exhale, lean out and over the front of your chair. And then inhale back up. And bring that left arm down once more. You can grip the sides of the back of your chair if you choose to. I think you can see that. Inhale, tall. Exhale, extend the elbows out and come into your twist. I find it a little easier to do it on this side than I do on the other side, so you may find the same thing. Inhale, slowly, gently, release bit by bit back to where you're facing forward. And then let's come back to the center and the front of our chair. Take a breath, exhale and relax. Let's let the arms hang loose. And maybe just kind of wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes a little bit. Now we come to the most enjoyable part of yoga, Shavasana. So Shavasana is the period at the end of every single yoga session that we do. And it allows us to kind of reflect inwards, to notice how our body feels after all the work we've done, and to just notice how our heart feels, where our mind is at. So it's all about awareness of body, mind, and heart. So what I'm going to ask you to do is just kind of lean back on your chair. You may want to extend your feet out a little bit. We want every part of the body to be relaxed here. So whatever feels most comfortable for you. If you're comfortable just kind of keeping your feet in and just sitting like that, that's fine. I like to kind of stretch my legs out a little bit. You can even move them out to the sides a bit. So find where it's comfortable for you. I'm going to have you keep your hands by the hip creases because the more forward you bring your arms, the more you're going to round your spine. So we want you to be comfortable here. You can always grab a pillow too and kind of stick it down by your lumbar and sacral spine area so you have a little more support in your chair if you're kind of leaning forward a little bit with the legs, or letting the legs extend forward, I should say. Take a deep breath in, exhale, close the eyes and relax. Bring your awareness back to your breath, of feeling that air enter the body through the nostrils and sinuses and the lungs, and exit the body. Again, remember to soften your jaw, relax your cheeks, relax your tongue. And we're going to go through another type of body scan. It's a touch of Yoga Nidra, which is yogic sleep. So we're going to start, and you're just going to follow along with me, drawing your awareness to start with your right hand. To your thumb, forefinger, middle finger, ring finger, and little finger. To the palm and back of your right hand, wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm. Draw your awareness to your whole right arm together. Your whole right arm together. Draw your awareness to your left hand, to your thumb, forefinger, middle finger, ring finger, and little finger. Draw your awareness to the palm, back, and wrist of the left hand, forearm, elbow, and upper arm. Draw your awareness to the whole left arm together. The whole left arm together. Draw your awareness to both arms together. Both arms together. Draw your awareness next to your right foot. Big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and little toe. to the sole and top of your right foot, heel, ankle, calf and shin, knee, and right thigh. Draw your awareness to the whole right leg together. The whole right leg together. Draw your awareness to your left foot. Big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and little toe. To the sole and top of your left foot, heel, ankle, calf and shin, knee, and thigh. Draw your awareness to the whole left leg together. The whole left leg together. Draw your awareness to both legs together. Both legs together. Next, draw your awareness to your pelvis. So the pelvic floor, the sits bones, pelvic bones, hip joints, and all the organs and muscles of your pelvic floor. Draw your awareness to the whole pelvis together. The whole pelvis together. Draw your awareness to the back of your torso. Your sacral spine, lumbar spine, up to the thoracic spine between the shoulder blades, and the shoulder blades as well. Draw your awareness to the muscles along the back of the torso, and the whole back of the torso together. The whole back of the torso together. Draw your awareness to the front of your torso, your chest, your ribs, your heart, your lungs, your abdominal organs and muscles. Draw your awareness to the whole front of the torso together. The whole front of the torso together. Draw your awareness to the whole torso together. The whole torso together. Draw your awareness to your shoulders, your cervical spine and your neck, and your throat. Draw your awareness to your shoulders, neck, and throat together. Shoulders, neck, and throat together. Draw your awareness to your head, to your chin and jaw and ears, to your cheeks, your lips, tongue, teeth, unclench the teeth, relax the jaw. Draw your awareness to your nostrils and your nose, to your eyes and eyelids, to your eyebrows, and the third eye, the space between the eyebrows. Draw your awareness to the forehead, the back of the skull, and all the way up to the crown of the head. Draw your awareness to the whole head together, the whole head together. Now, breathing in deeply, draw your awareness to your whole body together, your whole body together. Just relax and breathe. Noticing any sensations you feel throughout your body. Release any tightness or tension where you feel it when you exhale. If you'd like to stay in Shavasana a little bit longer, feel free to pause this tape and just relax a little bit longer. Or if you're ready, slowly and gently start to bring your feet back into center, to return to a tall spine. Let's keep our eyes closed so we get to stay in this beautiful moment a little bit longer. Bring your palms upside down on your lap for a moment. Find and feel your alignment. When you're ready, slowly and gently start to inhale the arms out and up, just like we do with our sun breath. This time we're gathering all that beautiful energy that we created today, bringing it between the palms of your hands and exhaling it down to your heart center. Gently pressing your thumbs against your chest. Take a moment here to breathe. Slowly open your thumbs. Breathe in all that light, all that love, all those positive vibes. Breathe all that energy into your heart. Let it travel throughout your entire body, reaching every single cell within you. Let all that great energy fill those cells with positivity, light, and love. And then as you exhale, slowly closing your palms, exhale out any last negative thoughts, feelings, or emotions that may be withheld in your body, letting them go as they no longer serve you. Feel the energy flowing between your palms, flowing through each cell of your body. Take a few moments here to breathe in light, to breathe in love, to breathe in beauty, and most importantly, to breathe in gratitude for all the blessings in your life. There are many. They are infinite. Be grateful for everything that you have. Take a long, slow, deep inhale and a soft, slow exhale. Slowly float your eyes open and namaste, everyone. Namaste, namaste. So I hope you enjoyed this session. I'm going to plan on doing another session, which will be chair and standing yoga. So I'll see how soon I can get that out to you. So that'll be definitely a little bit more action going on, a little bit more movement, asana. And I just wanted to let you know, if you don't feel comfortable doing the standing aspect of it, that's fine. You can just kind of play this chair practice over again, and I'll meet up with you again soon. So thank you, everyone. Namaste. Stay safe and stay healthy, and I will see you again soon. Hopefully we'll actually be at Gaylord. So enjoy your day. I'm gonna get up and moving myself, so I'll hobble off camera here so that I can come up and shut the camera off. So again, thanks so much, everybody, and have a great day.